Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Game 2 of the American League Wildcard Series coming your way on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do or die. First pitch coming your way next. Just a little bit away from first pitch. Starting on the mound in this one, Garrett Cole.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
That one to first. Goldie takes it himself, and a quick out, number 1. Let's check out their lineup for this must-win contest. It's singing their production in the postseason has been underwhelming.
It's usually not great to have your whole team below the Mendoza line, Boog. These bats have been ice cold, and if they don't want their season to end in disappointment, they're going to need to make some noise in this ball game.
So digging in, J.P. Crawford.
You know, Boog, it's nice to see Garrett Cole on the mound today. He finally won a Cy Young Award in 2023, and for a while there, he seemed like the best pitcher in baseball without the award.
And it's fouled away.
And Cole's Cy Young Award season wasn't a huge surprise either. He led the American League in innings pitched and ERA. Good things usually happen when you put those two things together, and it certainly worked out for him.
But that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Foul ball. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch, and that is that. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back at Yankee Stadium. And on the mound now, Logan Gilbert.
When he's on, Boog, he's really fun to watch. He takes the pressure off entire lineups, and typically he doesn't need a ton of runs in support. No one should be surprised if he settles in and takes full control of this game. That's what he's looking to do for sure.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And out of here. And the Yankees have the lead. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Chopped to the right side. Fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. Okay, let's check out the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Robles puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Giancarlo Stanton stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Fastball for a strike at 95. Swing and a miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to...
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Wildcard Series Game 2. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Cole back to work.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
And he takes it himself for the out.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Grisham is there, makes the catch, 2 away.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
Jorge Polanco in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. Polanco matched a homer in his last game. That catches the top part of the zone, and the count 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They're down 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 2nd. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Ben Rice. Tap foul at the plate. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Grisham jumps out of the way of the first pitch. just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you drive back to the dugout.
And there's a foul ball. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Grisham leads off first with 1 away.
One, two.
In the dirt. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Rodriguez sizing this one up, and that will end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. Yankees 1 and the Mariners nothing. Back in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Cole, 34-year-old vet, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, 1 by 1, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Tying run is at first here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one just misses. 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That misses the zone, and now 3-2. Luke Raley in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Nobody out, runner at first. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
First and second, no outs. And now it's going to be Luke Raley. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. First and second here, no outs. There's a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitchers were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And 1-2. Got him. And that is a big first out.
So that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Here's Victor Robles. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, called strike. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Cole tossed to second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First pitch misses. Rodriguez on third. Robles on at first with 2 down. And this is inside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Out to short, Volpe. They get the force. That's out number 3. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 1 and the Mariners nothing. Back here in New York, leading off, Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss there.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swings and chases a low one there. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
That was a nice sequence for the quick strikeout. Change speeds with each pitch, splitter, fastball splitter, and that leaves you kind of shaking your head as a hitter heading back to the dugout. Sometimes all you can do is tip your cap because unless you're guessing one of those, you're stuck in the middle, and it becomes very tough to put a good swing on the ball, let alone make contact.
And now Jason Dominguez. Fouled off left side. One out, base is empty. And that one upstairs, ball 1. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That ball's carrying. That's not coming back. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and kind of the game of his life.
Base is empty, one away. And next for New York, Ahmed Rosario. And that's through there for a strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Judge, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
There comes an 0-2 to Judge. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Solo homer extends the Yankees lead, and it's 2-zip. Back in New York, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Josh Naylor. Left field, way back there. That's back. Makes the catch gliding onto the warning track.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. And another ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. He swings and fouls one off. And now 2-2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Into the bullpen and gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His 2nd home run of the series. It's 2-1.
Elevated fastballs, especially away, are like putting the ball on a tee. Hitters do a lot of cage work. They're comfortable hitting off the tees, but he was comfortable right there hitting that ball opposite field for a home run.
So 1 out, nobody on. And the batter now, Eugenio Suarez. And there's a ball. One down, base is empty. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
He was all over that one. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
One out, runner at second. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. That's inside.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That's off the inside corner. 3-1. Julio Rodriguez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. One out and a runner at second. And now the count filled up 3-2.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
The strikeout and the second of the game for the Coltrane.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was off. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Julio Rodriguez getting ready to hit. And there's the strike.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And that one is lifted in the air. Judge getting an angle on it. Makes the catch. And that's the third out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Ready to go, bottom four. And now the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Fought off foul. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
And ball one. That's off the mark, and the count is 2-2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Ground ball nailer. He steps on the bag. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Now the catcher up to hit. Ben Rice. Caught looking his first time up. Inside. And that's ball one.
1-0.
Hit in the air left field. Reaching down, makes the catch. Two outs, base is empty. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Toss to Naylor. Third out. Yanks held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back. quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cole back to work. Clips the corner. 0-1.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And that one misses up and in. Now 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Next is the designated hitter, Luke Raley. Struck out swinging his first time. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The M's down by a run here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Judge snags it for the second out. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. And a foul ball. Up the middle, Chisholm to first, and that is the third out of the inning. Nobody left for Seattle, and they trail it here 2-1. Wild Card Series Game 2, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's in for a strike. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, but great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
A little bit low. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So up next, Anthony Volpe. Fly to center his first time. That's a slider for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Next offering misses down and away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Two down, bases empty. Paul Goldschmidt down. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That one not close. 2-1. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez has a beat on it, and that's the inning. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, top of the 6th inning. And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Ground ball right side, Chisholm. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now it's Josh Naylor.
This is the time you have to pull out every trick in your bag. They know the season is over with the loss. Things aren't looking great right now, but they're still in striking distance. They need to get something going real soon.
0-1.
The Mariners trailing by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Outside. Next pitch is outside.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
That one fouled off. 2-2. One down, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Dominguez going back on this one. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. He's already homered in this game. Raleigh, 28 years old, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. And that one clips the corner.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first, in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners 1. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
On the ground right side. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw and he reaches safely. Man at first, nobody out. Ahmed Rosario will hit next. First pitch and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Dominguez aboard here at first with nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one missing low. Fouled off. He was late. Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball left side. On to second. They get one. Relay to first. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here is Aaron Judge. Outside low, and it's 1-0. There's a strike. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him.
Now, Boog, I don't have the numbers to back this up or anything, but I think pitchers who tend to rack up a bunch of strikeouts sometimes end up with more errors behind them in the field just because the defenders aren't as involved in the game. They're not as sharp, and who knows if that played any factor there, but I think there could be something to it.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. That one fouled off. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
1 strike.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Here's a rocket out to left. Squeezes it, and that is that. The Yanks lead one, but they still lead it 2-1. Back now in the Bronx. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie-in run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball. 1-1.
And a count 1-2. And that's outside.
A really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses. And now it's 3-2. Jorge Polanco in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And that skips into dirt. That one missed. On the ground, right side. And Polanco is out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the late stages of game 2. Fastball for a strike.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses the first. Rodriguez out of the play. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there. And our score remains 2-1. Caleb Ferguson gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And here's the catcher, Ben Rice. And the pitch. Way high.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. Now here's Trent Grisham. He's 0 for 1. Gets the call, and that is strike 1. And that's fouled off. And that's way high. 1-2 the count. And that one upstairs. just off the outside edge. Full count now.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Base is empty, one away here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Ripped on a line. Robles hauls it in, 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Chisholm in the box again. Takes a strike. And he chases that one below the zone.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Stays alive. That's off the mark, and it's 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Offense held in check there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. David Bednar.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
In the air, left field. Dominguez sizes this one up, hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one is lifted in the air. Dominguez under it. He's got it. And that quickly 2 away. And now the right fielder, Victor Robles. First pitch just misses. Action in the pen down there. Devin Williams getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Doval, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That misses the zone. 2-0. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Oh, man, that stays fair. We got a new ball game. Great swing, just couldn't keep it between the lines. He's got to try to bottle that. Do it again.
Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And the tying run is on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Robles runs. Pitch is high. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Robles at second with 2 down. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. So the tying run at second. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
The 2-1. And that is out of play. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. And they add a couple more. It's 3-2. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line, but good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. David Bednar won't go any further, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Camilo Doval on to pitch out of the pen here. Here's Josh Naylor. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. Two outs. 2 balls, no strikes, the count.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
And that one,
that's a ball.
Cutting but missing down low. Cal Raleigh would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
That's in there, and it's 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Got him looking. Throws him with a backdoor slider. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Andres Munoz. Well, 1-run game, and the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. First pitch misses. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him swinging. And one away.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Outside low, and that's ball one. And fouled off.
2-1.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Coming out of the bullpen throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ballgame.
Now here is Jason Dominguez. That
Ball
misses. And that is ball one. Trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it is 2-1. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. But there's no play. That's an infield single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And up next for New York, Ahmed Rosario. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, with the tie and run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Check on the runner. Dominguez dives back in safely. There's a strike.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. Judge waits. That one outside, and the count even 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Gabe Spire, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Jackson getting loose as well. And there's a ball.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Next offering way off the plate.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Deep breath, he's ready, and he fires. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Headed towards the corner. That's down. One hops off the wall. One runs in. Now the second run is in there safely.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Andres Munoz out of the game. And he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn things over to the righty, Matt Brash.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that is downstairs. 1-0. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Ripped to right, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to him, Ben Rice. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Here comes the 0-1.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. The Yanks with a chance to punch their ticket to the division series when we return. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Devin Williams.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Williams in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Suarez, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And strike two.
0-2.
The M's down by a pair here in the late stages of game two. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Polanco stands in now and watches strike one.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. This could end it. Ball game. The New York Yankees are headed to the American League Division Series. So the New York Yankees sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins and look ahead now to the Division Series.
Well, they really showed up, Boog, and so did these home fans. A lot of really positive energy in this ballpark, and I'm sure that had some impact at least. And this club has to feel excited moving on to the next round with a lot of good momentum on their side.